Hey, Steelers fans! Welcome back to the channel. You know how we do it here, always digging deep to bring you the latest news, analysis, and stories from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As we push through a crucial part of the season, the team continues to work hard to improve and deliver the results we all want to see. Before we jump into today's updates on Highsmith's potential return and the George Pickens drama, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep this Steelers community strong. Let's dive in. First up, let's address the news about outside linebacker Highsmith. Steelers Nation, it's not looking great for his return this week. Highsmith, who's been dealing with an ankle injury since Week 10, was spotted at practice on Wednesday, but there's a catch. While he participated in warm-ups and suited up in his gold number 56 jersey, Highsmith didn't take part in the actual drills. Instead, he watched from the sidelines as his teammates worked through a padded practice with live tackling. This is disappointing, especially after head coach Mike Tomlin expressed cautious optimism earlier this week. Tomlin said they were leaving the door open for Highsmith's return, but Wednesday's developments suggest otherwise. The decision to hold Highsmith out of practice might be precautionary, given the physical nature of the session, but it's still a setback for fans hoping to see him suit up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's talk about why this matters. Highsmith has been a cornerstone of the Steelers' defense this season, anchoring the right outside linebacker position alongside T.J. Watt. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and stop the run has been pivotal in big games. With Highsmith sidelined, the Steelers will rely heavily on rotational players like Marcus Golden and rookie Nick Herbig to fill the void. While both have shown flashes of potential, neither brings the same level of consistency and explosiveness as Highsmith. The Bengals, led by Joe Burrow, will undoubtedly look to exploit this absence. Even though Burrow has been playing behind a shaky offensive line, the Steelers' pass rush will need to step up big time to keep him uncomfortable in the pocket. It's not all doom and gloom, though. Defensive tackle Montravius Adams returned to full participation in practice and expressed confidence in his ability to play this Sunday. That's a big boost for the defensive front, especially in a divisional game where controlling the line of scrimmage is key. Additionally, cornerback Corey Trice and other key players were also full participants, signaling that reinforcements could be on the way. Now, let's shift gears and talk about George Pickens. Steelers Nation, the young receiver has had his fair share of ups and downs this season. His immense talent is undeniable. He's already racked up 776 receiving yards in 11 games, ranking among the league's best. But this past week, Pickens found himself at the center of some controversy. During the Steelers' tough loss to the Cleveland Browns, Pickens was criticized for his involvement in an altercation with Browns defensive back Greg Newsome II during a Hail Mary play. While Russell Wilson launched a deep shot into the end zone, Pickens was caught fighting on the sidelines instead of being in position to make a potential game-winning catch. Russell Wilson addressed the incident during a media session on Wednesday and had nothing but praise for Pickens. "Unfortunately, I believe he got pushed out when he was trying to get to the spot," Wilson explained. "It was an unfortunate situation. He was trying to fight through to get to the ball." Wilson doubled down on his belief in Pickens, emphasizing that his talent and work ethic make him a crucial part of the team's offense. "We got so much belief in George," Wilson said. "He's proven what he's able to do for us. He's one of the world's best at what he does, and I'm sure glad he's our teammate." It's clear that Wilson is committed to building Pickens up, not tearing him down. That kind of leadership is exactly what this young receiver needs as he continues to develop. Head coach Mike Tomlin also weighed in, placing the blame on the Browns' defensive tactics rather than on Pickens himself. Tomlin's support sends a strong message to the locker room. The Steelers are a united front. Looking ahead, Pickens has a prime opportunity to bounce back against the Bengals. With the Steelers' passing game finding its rhythm under Wilson, Pickens could be in line for a breakout performance. The key: staying focused and disciplined. If Pickens can channel his frustration into productive energy on the field, there's no limit to what he can achieve. Steelers Nation, these next few weeks are make or break for our playoff hopes. The AFC North is as competitive as ever, and every divisional game carries massive implications. The potential return of players like Highsmith and the continued growth of stars like Pickens will be critical as we navigate this challenging stretch. Thursday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns was a roller coaster. After a rough start, the Steelers managed to claw their way back into the game, largely thanks to a spark from backup quarterback Justin Fields. His electrifying 30-yard run in the third quarter gave the team the momentum it desperately needed. That play fired up the offense, allowing Russell Wilson to guide the team to a late 19-18 lead. Then came the turning point. Late in the fourth quarter, on a crucial 3rd and 4, Tomlin and Smith made a gutsy call that sparked heated debate ever since. Instead of playing it safe with a run or short pass from Wilson, they put the ball in Justin Fields' hands, calling for him to throw to George Pickens. In adverse weather conditions, Fields' pass fell incomplete, giving the ball, and eventually the game, back to the Browns. The question now is, was it the right call? Mike Tomlin didn't shy away from addressing the controversial play during his weekly media session on Tuesday. When asked why he and Smith decided to let Fields throw the ball in such a critical moment, Tomlin stood firm. "No, we felt good about it, to be quite honest with you," Tomlin said. "It was a waning moment, 3rd and medium, 11 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. We had GP, George Pickens, matched up on a corner not named Denzel Ward. That feels like more than a 50-50 ball to me, so we were more than comfortable with that decision." Tomlin believed the matchup favored the Steelers. Pickens, one of the most dynamic receivers in the league, was facing a less experienced cornerback. From a strategic standpoint, it made sense. But here's the twist. Fields hadn't thrown a pass in an NFL game in over a month. When pressed further about Fields' lack of recent passing reps, Tomlin didn't flinch. "Even though, certainly," he replied confidently, doubling down on his belief in the play call. It's worth noting that Steelers fans have often criticized Tomlin for being too conservative in critical moments. This time, he took a gamble, choosing a high-risk, high-reward approach to try and put the game out of reach. The plan was to catch Cleveland off guard. The Browns, expecting Fields to run as he had in similar situations, stacked the box with defenders. Tomlin and Smith saw an opportunity to exploit this by going to the air. Here's where things get tricky: the weather. By the time of this play, the snowy, wet conditions had made passing the ball far from a high-percentage option. Fields' previous contributions had come on the ground, and many fans feel the team would have been better served sticking to what was working. Fields had been a game-changer with his legs, making it surprising to see him asked to throw in such an important moment. Steelers fans have been vocal since the game. Some applaud the boldness of the call, arguing that championship teams need to take risks to win big games. Others, however, feel it was an unnecessary gamble, especially with the game, and possibly the season, on the line. Had the pass been completed, we'd likely be having a very different conversation right now. But with the play falling flat, the debate about balancing aggression and caution rages on. Despite the backlash, it's clear the Steelers are sticking together. Tomlin's confidence in his players, including Fields and Pickens, sends a strong message to the locker room. This team isn't afraid to trust its young talent, even in high-pressure moments. And while the outcome wasn't what Steeler Nation hoped for, it's worth remembering that Tomlin's approach reflects a long-term vision. He's building a team that believes in its ability to win in any situation. Looking ahead, the Steelers will need to regroup quickly as they prepare for a tough divisional matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. With playoff hopes still alive, every decision from here on out will be scrutinized even more closely. Justin Fields' role in the offense remains a fascinating storyline. Will the coaching staff continue to trust him in big moments? And can Fields deliver when it matters most? Alright, Steelers fans, that's the latest on Alex Highsmith and George Pickens. What do you think about Highsmith's chances of returning this week? And are you confident that Pickens can bounce back and deliver a big performance against the Bengals? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, here we go, Steelers. The Steelers are at a crossroads, with injuries and controversies threatening to derail their playoff push. But if there's one thing we know about this team, it's that they thrive in adversity. Steelers Nation, stay loud and proud. Let's rally behind our team and show the league what makes Pittsburgh football so special. See you in the comments.